Did you see what Trump said recently? He says, if I'm able to broker a peace deal, did you see this one or no?
Depending.
Okay, you have to see this one. Rob, do you know which one I'm talking about?
Was it Ukraine?
No, he says, if I'm able to go and break a peace deal between these guys, he says, I think I'm going to heaven. Have you seen this one?
No, I love
have to see this. You have to see this. I can't believe he said this. I thought at first it was a joke, but he's being interviewed. Do you have one of those clips saved, Rob?
Yes.
You have it somewhere.
Yeah.
So he says, look, I think this is going to lock in a spot for me to go to heaven if I can broker a peace deal between, you have it somewhere, Rob. Is this the one?
Yes.
I want to end it. You know, we're not losing American lives. We're not losing American soldiers. We're losing Russian and Ukrainian, mostly soldiers. Some people, as missiles hit wrong spots or get lobbed into cities like Kiev and towns. But, you know, if I can save 7,000 people a week from being killed, I think that's a pretty... I want to try and get to heaven if possible. I'm hearing I'm not doing well. I'm really at the bottom of the totem pole. But if I can get to heaven, this will be one of the reasons. Well, I think I saved a lot of lives with India, Pakistan. They were going at it. The planes were being shot down. That was going to be maybe a nuclear war if I let that go. And I did that through trade.
His sense of humor.
He's funny. He showed me the Lincoln bedroom in his first term. We went to dinner at the White House. It was actually me and Pete Hegseth and my wife Jessica and his wife Jen. And we went, well, it was funny too, because my wife Jessica gets starstruck. And we found out and I said, hey, pack a bag. We're going to the White House. And she said, oh man, is it going to be big dinner? And I said, no, intimate. And she said, am I going to be sitting near him? I said, you're going to be sitting right next to him. And she said, oh my God, what do I say? And I said, well, that's the good news. You don't need to say shit because he won't shut up the whole time. And he's funny. But he said with the Lincoln bedroom, we went up there to see it. And that was one of those moments looking at Lincoln's bed where his son died. Yeah, that's before he ran too. That's in the tower. There's one in the White House.
What was he like for you? What was it?
He's awesome. He's because the first time I met him was when he was judging or running the Miss USA pageants, and I was a judge. So I met him. Yeah, weird. My first job was in D.C., so I got to see behind the curtain a little bit. Very up and up. I wasn't aware of the filth that goes on there yet. I believe because I came from a team and I believed in stuff. Yeah, if you look up the White House dinner, it's on there. But no, his sense of humor is awesome. He's just a funny dude. He's big heart. But when we went to Lincoln's bedroom to see Lincoln's bed, Lincoln's desk, where he famously wrote those, like he's pissed off, write a letter, but not send it.
Yeah.
And then looking at the South Lawn at night, and then there was a desk with, underneath his glass on the desk was the Gettysburg Address, signed by Abe Lincoln. And I'm having this out of body, like I've seen a lot of shit, but this is one and I turn around and he said something along the lines of, he said something along the lines of, not everybody gets to see this, unless, of course, you donate to the Clinton Foundation. And I'm like, you just can't stop. Like, you can't even let me out. But it was just funny the way he said it. Yeah, he's a good dude. Look, he didn't need to do this. He has a good life. If you like being a billionaire and married to a supermodel, that's a pretty good life.
Did he ask you a question and say, hey, so tell me, did it really happen or not? I don't believe it happened.
No.
That never was brought up. So what was the occasion? What was the purpose of the dinner? Why did he invite you?
I met him at first because he said he was thinking about running for president. Okay. So, and I was in Dallas, which is fine. I'm single in Dallas. And I'm like, I got nothing going on. I'll fly up to New York and go to Trump Tower. So we met there. And then he was elected. And I knew Pete Hegseth from Fox. We were both working at Fox. And I don't even know, well, it was his first term, so Pete probably wasn't even in consideration for SecDef. So he just said, you want to go to dinner at the White House with Donald Trump? I'm like, well, yeah, I want to go. I'll grab my wife. If she wants to come, I'm coming. I'll be there. And it was even to the point where...
Were you supportive of him at the time?
Yes.
Okay.
When I had just gotten out of the military...
So I know in 2018 you said something like the parade was bullshit or...
No, there was different... Well, I'm not a yes man. I'm just going to tell him what I think. Well, the parade, and I said, because you're not, I didn't tell him personally, but my thought was, what you're not considering.
Was that one of those breathalyzer tweets? Is that
no, this was sober. The breathalyzer tweets usually come with a mugshot. No, it was what you're not considering, again, is the human element. Because we still had guys in Afghanistan, and it's like, should these troops, should they be at home with their families, or do you want them practicing marching for a few weeks? They don't need to do this. Our Abrams tanks were not designed to go down Constitution Avenue. They're designed to invade Iraq. This is a bad idea. Now, the way they did it now was kind of cool with the I think it was the Army's anniversary. It's kind of neat, but again, did those troops want to be there? Even one of my guys, one of my Green Beret I went to treatment with, he said, you see how shitty those guys were marching? I'm like, they didn't practice because they don't care. They shouldn't be marching. Just let them go out there and walk. And then you stop critiquing them, Master Sergeant. What the fuck? But I mean, at first, yeah, it was a bad. I think it was a bad idea. I still don't agree with that in D.C. But
sitting down with Obama in Fort Campbell, sitting down with the president, what did you notice? A similarity? Any similarities between charisma, charm?
Charismatic as hell. Both of them.
Both of them.
And you know, I've met President Bush too. I met President Biden. I met President Biden before President Biden. I met him as a vice president, so he still had his.
He had his stuff together.
Charisma's cool. To get to that level, you have to have a certain something, a certain aura. President Obama is a lot more polished and cool. He's just cool. When he came in the room when we were at Campbell, we were all in good moods because we're alive. But just to hear, hey, everybody, like President Obama's there with his tie and whatnot, and President Biden is there. That was just cool. Trump's different because he's more of a dude. He's more. I mean, I know President Trump better than President Obama, but like. I think you could have a beer with Obama. My buddy Dakota Meyer was a Medal of Honor recipient. I know he finished half because like I got to give a speech. Trump doesn't drink, but he'd be just cool as shit to hang out with. Trump's a guy's guy.
Yeah. Can you imagine the guy doesn't drink, doesn't do drugs, doesn't do any of that stuff, but he's a guy's guy.
Yeah, he is.
And he really is a guy's guy.
Yeah, and he gets out there like he was playing in the Rose Garden, his new sound system.
Yeah.
And he's out there and he's kind of doing the dance up on the rooftop. But my thought was, well, here's a dude that runs these, like his hotels are the best I've stayed in. Here's a guy that knows what he's talking about. He knows what music to play. He knows the ambiance. He knows everything. And he knows how to troll. Like the media hates him, but he just always messes with.
He's one of a kind.
Yeah,
he's one of a kind.
Hey, what is up? This is Robert J. O'Neill, former SEAL Team 6 operators. I was fortunate to be on some of the most high-profile missions in our very long war on terror, but I am now on Connect, and you can connect with me there, and we can literally talk about anything. You can text, we can do video calls, I can give you messages, and go to Connect, find me. Literally nothing is off limits. Any crazy questions you have that you may or may not want the answers to, I'm more than happy to do it. So find me on Connect. Again, this is Robert J. O'Neill. See you there.
If you enjoyed this video, you want to watch more videos like this, click here. And if you want to watch the entire podcast, click here.